Hi, my name's Eric Lander. I educate all over the world, and one of the most common questions that I get asked is, what clippers do I use? So I have bought some new clippers, and I just wanted to show you what they are, what I think of them, and just give you my opinion and a little bit of statistics and so on. A couple of different pairs that I've got here. So the first one, this is my favourite clipper. So this is the Wahl Barretto. So now, I'm not going to go into technical details, 180-minute charge, 90-minute runtime, all that sort of stuff. Again, look on the internet, find all the relevant details and information technically about specifics about the clipper, because they're all different. So I just want to tell you what I think. So first of all, so this is the clipper. It's an amazing clipper. It's very lightweight, which is great for use and kind of, walking about with and so on. It comes with it's a different design really to the ergonomics of a normal clipper. Normal clippers tend to be really quite bulky at the top area here. And you can see the ergonomics of this, where it's much more shaped to actually suit the shape of your hand. Again, everything's in the right place. On off obviously for your thumb, and then this is something that takes a little bit of getting used to, especially when you're using corded clippers, because you can see that these have detachable blades. So we'll come back to the blades, but also on the back of the blade here, this is the arm which moves the clipper up and down to give you 0 or 0.5, that type of thing. So they just clip on. There's a button at the back there, pops into this bit here. Just pop that on and they just clip on. They're great clippers, as I say, really quite lightweight. In the box we get a mains charger, we get a desktop charger as well. So look at this. So yeah, really neat. So it sits in there, obviously cable goes in the back, and you get a light blue light here showing you when it's charging. It goes off when it's fully charged. Then what else have we got? So we've got an array of guards here, right up to number 8, right down to number 1. So now one of the things that is different with the rechargeable clippers compared to the corded ones, the guards are very slightly different, obviously because they've got different heads. So what happens with these guards is these guards actually slide on that way, so you can see there, and then you just push them on. Now these are much more secure than the clip-on ones that they normally have. So the other good thing is that when you look at the shape of the guard here, you can see that it's rounded. And the thing is, with the other ones, what people used to do was they would go up, they would decide they wanted to come out from the head, so they would go up the head, they would rock on this knuckle. The other one was where it was straight, and then they would come out, creating that contour. So these guards have been redesigned, and yeah, they're much, much better. So comes with, as I say, an array of guards, the usual oil and cleaning brush, and the fantastic barbering comb from Wahl. So pretty much that's everything that's in the box. For somebody that likes a lightweight clipper and something that it's not going to be used every minute of every day in a barber shop, it's more a salon sort of clipper and so on, this is perfect. I work with an awful lot of women who think that it actually fits their hands better with it being a little bit smaller. So I would thoroughly recommend this clipper. As I say, I've used this now this is my 3rd pair. I've used them for about 3 years, ever since they came out, and they are amazing. And there's a smaller matching set as well, the Barrette. So again, have a look. It's good. So that's that clipper there. So right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so let's do this one now. So this is the Wahl 5-star balding clipper. Now, please remember that a lot of you watching this video will know exactly what this is for and everything else, but there is an awful lot of people who ask me questions about how to get that bald fade who don't know it's about the tools. Well, partly about the tools. So, okay, right. So again, much more simpler box, not really too much in it, it is what it is. So the clippers themselves, so these are designed to do one job pretty much and one job only. You will notice that they are the standard super tapered design. The difference is when you look at the blades here, these blades are tiny, they are much closer. So now on the box it says that there is a 0 overlap on the blades. So when you actually look down the edge of the blade, the bottom moving blade is almost right onto the knuckle and the edge of where this top static blade is. You can also see here that the blade is tiny, much more like a small detailing clipper. So this is designed to do what it says, and that's bolding, so it will take you right down to the wood. Now, the other thing, so in the box, and sorry, it's corded as well, so it's never going to run out, which again is a great thing. This is a proper heavy duty clipper for a barbershop. We've got a couple of guards here. We've got a comb, different design to the other comb. So this other comb in the Barretto, you can see, is the normal standard wall design. This one, again, a great comb in the way of, it's really, a barbering comb is all about how narrow it is here, and also that it's quite flexible to let you get in behind the ears and necklines and so on. So, and when you look at it, it is very thin. So again, really good to get into really tight areas, nape area, around the ears and so on. It's perfect. So again, free as well. So now, guards. So when we looked at the other guards, they were standard guards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right the way up. So with this clipper, the thing you'll notice is that on here, on this side, there's no arm. So this blade, both blades are fixed. So this doesn't move at all, which theoretically means that there is one thing and one thing only that you can do with that, and that is cut it bald, unless you start using combs and so on. But what Wahl have done with this one is they've now introduced half-size guards. So let's just open these up and have a look. So instead of it being 0, you now have, I think this is a 0.5, and yeah, so that's a half. So that's effectively exactly the same as what it would be when your guard is fully extended up, so a 0.5. So you have got a 0.5 and you also have a 1.5. So this will give you a little bit more kind of options to use with these clippers, because generally I use them for one thing and one thing only, and that's when somebody wants to go properly bold and have a bold fade. So, okay, and as I say, please understand that I know a lot of you know out there that this is how you get that bold fade, but a lot of people ask me regularly, why can't I get it with a normal super taper? And it's because of the blades and how it's designed and what the job it's meant to do. Okay, so, and then last one, 5-star legend. Okay, so what we've got here, right, so we've got a much bigger array of guards. Let's have a look. So now these are different design. You can see as well what I was saying about the previous guards being rounded on the edge there. Well, these used to be there, and that was a straight angle kind of coming down. But again, same thing, because people were stopping, they've actually rounded this corner so that when you do use the guards, it's easier to get that blend through there. So we've got guards right up from number 1, number 4, right the way through, by the looks of it here, again, number 8. Yeah, so let's have a look and see how they all fit. Because as I say, the design of these very slightly different. Okay, so I think what they're doing here is addressing the fact that some of the guards, because they're plastic, they can move and bend at the back and becomes loose, and then all of a sudden you've got a guard off and you're bolt. So, right. Same thing, corded clipper, perfect comb, oil, everything like that. So let's have a look. Right. Okay, so this is the clipper that we use within the salon every day for heavy duty work. Again, it is what it says, it's a legend clipper. You know? So basically, the one thing that you will notice on the back of it is that it's got wider teeth through here for extended fading and so on, that it's basically telling you about. So, and then again, same sort of thing, you've got the arm which moves. So, and the one thing is here, what's happening is that if you look at the back of this, compared to, for instance, that one there, you can see that this is a little bit wider and a little bit lower. And what it means is that when I'm working with this one, when I extend it fully up, I'm getting roughly sort of, I don't know, 3 or 4 mil, so it's about 0.5. So when I extend this one, I'm actually getting an extra 2 or 3 mil in height, which means that it gives me that softer taper through here. So again, just a great feeling clipper, a little bit more sturdier, a bit more heavy duty, and so on. So with the guards, we're working, presume these just clip on, as I say, it's the first time I've seen them. So yeah, clip on, nice and tight, so you can hear that good clip there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using these, and as I say, when you're looking for the type of clipper that's in a barbershop, heavy duty use all the time, every day, this is a proper legend for you, for want of a better phrase. For those of you maybe that are doing stage work, demonstrations, this type of thing, and you're not doing heavy duty barbering all day, every day, maybe in a salon more rather than a barbershop, perfect, it's great. As I say, this is by far my favorite clipper. Okay, now the last thing, so these, they're not cheap. The Beretta are about 100 quid roughly, so maybe 140, $150 in US. Balding clipper, I think about £50. The Legend, I'm not actually sure, so I don't know how much they cost, but again, go onto the Wahl website, have a look at it. A lot of people use different clippers, Moser, Wahl, or Andis, and so on. It's purely a personal choice for me, so this is what I use. Now, last but not least, blades. So you can see here, as I say, this is my 3rd pair. I've still got 2 pairs, and gradually as I get a new pair, the others migrate into the salon and are used by the staff for general use. But one of the things that I do is always have a spare set of blades, because you never know, you can drop these and just something can happen to it. And because they are sort of clip on, sometimes they fall out of adjustment or so on, but after a certain amount of use, if you look after the clippers, if you oil them and you clean them properly, so what I do every morning is clean all in here, oil the top part of the blade, so 1 drip pretty much on the edge of the blade here, and if you look down the clipper, you will see that the blade is kind of U-shaped, so it's got a contact point again at the back here. So what we do with that is we put 1 drip of oil onto that bit there, 1 drip of oil onto the blade, run it for 10-15 seconds, and also with the hygienic spray just to keep it all clean. If you do that and you look after them and you let them rerun their full charge maybe every 2 or 3 weeks, it helps with battery life and the memory of the battery, keeping it fully charged. But also, as I say, you'll find that the clipper will last for ages. So, but from the blade point of view, I change mine about probably every 9 months to a year or so, roughly, if I've had it for that time. Again, I'm not 100% sure how much the blade costs. They'll be different in different countries, but they're just something that you really should have. And as I say, you can see that as we open this up, that will clip straight on, and this is slightly different in the way it's got a black face rather than a silver one, but again, and you can see straightforward, perfect. So, okay, so I'm Eric Lander, as I say, from Eric Lander Education. If you sign up to my YouTube channel, I've got lots of different education videos and so on there, and have a look at the website, www.ericlander.com. Cheers.